Alright. What is going on, guys? Chili Games back again for a new update video. You guys seem to be liking this kind of format, and I like it as well, so we're going to continue with it. So let's see. I believe this is going to be dropping on Monday, and this will be going live tomorrow as I am recording this on the day before. So let's get straight into it. Again. I'm going to keep this, or I'm going to try to keep this somewhat short. So, new campaign ship is a Tier 7 French battleship. The campaign. The campaign. I knew I would do that. Okay, the Champagne. So the Champagne, if you guys have seen the infographic for it, it's basically the Gascon with 406mm guns, 2 turrets, 3 barrels each, so six shells in the air at one time. I am not too excited for it. It only has 52,000 HP, which at Tier 7 is really, really bad. Standard French armor, which is like 32mm all over. So HE is going to absolutely ruin this thing, and it's going to be probably a backline battleship sniping, which I don't think is what the game really needs. But aside from the ship, if you are not interested, there are a lot of things that are goodies in the campaign. Like I always say, I will almost always buy the campaign just to get these kind of rewards here. And the big couple things that I look for are the promotion orders, the insignias, and the commendations. These are huge. Usually we get 4 commendations actually. Or am I just thinking out loud? I don't know. Some crates and 500 doubloons back. So essentially 2,000 doubloons because you get the 500 back. Moving along, we finally have Godzilla vs Kong. Now I'm I'm not too excited for this. It's going to be there for people who want to, but I am awaiting some other things in the game like training rooms and just a lot of other quality of life kind of updates. So this kind of stuff almost really doesn't interest me. And from what I've seen from, I believe it's Godzilla, he's going to be a pretty strong commander, bordering on the pay to win kind of side, which I hate. So let's just go over this. Horrifying Gaze. This is his inspiration. Reduce spotter reload time. So probably not the best inspiration to use, but if you are using something like the Yamato, it's going to reduce your spotter reload time by, I think, 15% and increase the duration. So using Godzilla with the spotter plane on the Yamato, you'll be able to easily get 2 salvos off every single time with the minus 10% dispersion, and you're going to be getting it back 15% faster, which is really, really nice. And this is the skill that I haven't seen. The Thick Hide decreases the chance of catching fire to 8%. I'm just going to go off the max here. Decrease chances of fire by 8% and increase maximum HP regenerated by the repair party consumable by 10%. Wow, this is a really good skill. It's in the 2nd row, I believe, so you will still be able to use marksman in the 3rd row. This is really good. If anything, the HP regenerated by repair party by 10% is pretty massive. Alone, minus on top of this. So Thick Hide is a really good skill. So basically this is a kind of like the AL commanders where they combine the accuracy commander skills and the defense commander skills. So you have a flammable cannoneer, you will have this Thick Hide skill, you will also have, I believe, marksman, and then in the 4th row you will have Master Mechanic, which gives you 2 extra heals, and you also get Will to Rebuild. So, in my opinion, this is pay to win in terms of the commander. I mean, I just upgraded Takagi, but why would I use Takagi when I can get all the accuracy and plus 2 heals on something like the Yamato? It's just kind of a no-brainer, so I'm not too happy about this. Kong, in my opinion, isn't that great. Increased damage of your AA guns, battleship AA guns by 6%, I believe. And I mean, it kind of makes sense. Kong is anti-AA or anti-plane because it's got all these things. Increased survivability of AA mounts by 100% is actually really good. Probably won't be investing too much in him. I haven't really looked at his other skills, but I'm pretty sure he's just a Willis Lee type of commander. Not too excited about that. Okay, moving on to the Bureau, and if you know me, I heavily dislike how slow the Bureau moves. But here we go. So we're getting the Kleber and the Worcester in the Bureau, and the Worcester is not. I'm not too excited about the Worcester, to be honest. The Cleveland is just so good that the Worcester was not too exciting for me. If you use this in the rental period, then you know exactly what it is. Let's see if it says. I don't think it changed. Remains the same as she was. Yeah, so the Worcester is going to be the exact same probably from the rental period. The only difference really now is we're going to see how Worcester AA compares to the Cleveland AA, and Worcester should be much, much higher. So we'll see how it actually plays out. It's not my favorite. I really don't want this ship in the game. And I think, or the way it is, it's going to get the 32 millimeter bow, which is completely dumb in my opinion. Giving light cruisers that are supposed to be using islands and vantage points like that, bow armor like that, is just kind of dumb. And then the Kleber. Kleber is a crazy gunboat. I haven't seen too many videos on PC. I mean, I have, but this thing is basically a French Cabarosque. So I am kind of excited about this. So there's that. Not too much to say there. In the Bureau. Ranked seasons, God, is that 12 and 13? Good grief. Or is it before? I can't even remember. It's 12 and 13. No. Previous 2 ranked sprints were successful. The rank sprint. I did like rank sprint. I did like that. They weren't a challenge, kind of. Yeah, therefore we're trying to another format that will allow more casual players to enjoy the seasons while more competitive among you will be able to fight tooth and nail to get rank 1. Okay, so this is what I worry about, the casual player. The casual player should not be the focus at all in ranked. That's kind of like insanely just opposite of what should be focused. But let's see. No. Each season is 12 days long, so almost 2 weeks. Ladder consists of 11 ranks. I like that. A shorter season, that is good. Split into 3 leagues. Whoa. Each league has its own ship tier and team size. Moreover, the team size dynamics in smaller teams will be formed if the matchmaker is taking too long. Ship tier and team size depends on the league. Whoa, that is really cool. We could see some higher tiers here. There are fewer save spots on the ladder. Okay, so less irrevocable levels. And the best players on the losing team save their stars. The top 2 players in League 3 and the top player in League 2. No stars are saved for players on the losing team in League 1. Okay, so that's a little bit better. I kind of like that. I kind of agree. League 1, if you lose, you lose. Steel badges can be earned by reaching ranked 7, with more becoming available at rank 1. Aircraft carriers are not deployable. Thank God. We do not need carriers in ranked. You can display your win rate and check other stats after the battle. So this is actually pretty interesting. I'm kind of excited to see what all this is. But let's keep going forward. We're at 9 minutes so far, so I'm going to try and get through this a little bit faster. So balance changes. I am happy with actually a lot of these. As I've gone through this a little bit off script. Indianapolis and Indianapolis B. Main battery accuracy improved. A little bit more damage to the AP, which is nice. And then the turret traverse is increased slightly. Mogami, main turret traverse increased, which is nice. Torpedo speed plus 2 knots, which is nice. And the torpedoes are harder to see by 0.1 kilometers, which is nice. So pretty decent buff from Mogami. Turret traverse is pretty horrible across the board for the IJN cruisers, so this is nice to see. And the torpedoes are going to be a little bit more effective. I like to see that. Hipper. No, this is nice. I love Hipper, but it doesn't fare very well in this meta. Main battery reload time reduced from 13 to 11.5, so a 1.5-second faster reload. You're going to be getting this reload down to about 10 seconds or so with a build focus on it, so that's really nice. I mean, 1.5 seconds is a lot. Like, I mean a lot. And the HE alpha is increased as well as the AP shell. So still remaining the highest alpha AP damage, going up to 6,000. That's pretty crazy. Baltimore is getting some love as well, which I do really like. Again, it seems to be stemming from the same buffs here. We're going to see turret traverse increase slightly. It's always welcomed. Main battery accuracy improved to about 6%. That is really big. That's a very that's a very substantial buff. And whole B HE shell damage increased. Okay, and for whole B AP shell maximum damage increased from, oh wow, 300. That's really scary actually. And the shell velocity increased from shell velocities increased 20 meters per second. So this is interesting because they didn't put that for the HE. AP shell velocity will be faster than the HE shell velocity by 20 meters, so nothing crazy, but still, that could take a little bit of getting used to. But it's always welcomed. I love Baltimore, and it's nice to see it's getting a little bit of breath of fresh air here. And the New Orleans is basically the same for that. Balance changes for destroyers. Fantastic. So the Fantastic has been labeled as the top performing DD at tier 7. So it wasn't really surprising that it's going to get nerfed a little bit. Default torpedo speed decreased by 6 knots. That's a lot, actually. 6 knots slower torpedoes. That's kind of scary. And they're easier to see by 0.1 kilometers. So the torpedoes are getting a pretty big nerf here. That's actually pretty considerable. 6 knots and 0.1 kilometers together. That's a lot. And the Kagero, finally the Kagero is getting some love. My girl, poor thing, for upgraded torpedoes. Reload time decreased from 112 seconds to 110 seconds. So not the biggest, but it's at least something. It's good to see. I would look for more, honestly, out of the Kagero. I would like to see Udachi's torpedo alpha decreased and Kagero's torpedo alpha increased, considering that you don't have a reload booster for Kagero. You do, but you have to give up smoke, so oh well. At least it's something. Benson is new. Okay, so new artillery module. That's pretty cool. Increased by 100 damage for the AP and the HE as well. And the muzzle speed is actually getting a pretty significant buff. I mean, this is 830 is pretty dang good, so we'll see how that goes. It'll be easier to hit targets at I would say like plus 7, 8, 9 kilometers, which is, it's pretty nice. The Fletcher's getting the same treatment, it looks like. Better damage by 100. It's nice. And the muzzle speed again. And so the new artillery module, so this is going to be a module you have to buy, which is fine. Honestly, it gives you another upgrade slot when you're grinding the Fletcher. So Fletcher's getting a buff. I don't really know why. It is the least performing or the lowest performing destroyer at the tier. I don't know how. It is my second best performing destroyer for me personally. But I do like that it is getting some love. That'll be fine. So balance to anti-air suite. So this is what I'm kind of worried about. Anti-air damage has been tweaked in such a way that the continuous damage from AA guns is higher, but there are fewer flak clouds. So the continuous damage is going up, but there's going to be fewer flak. It's not a nerf. I think this is going to be better. A good carrier player is going to avoid 95% of flak anyways. So having a lot of flak isn't really the best. Now, there are some ships like the Gneisenau who have a lot of flak burst. but increasing the continuous damage of AA is realistically what kind of kills your planes. So this will be interesting. I actually kind of like this. I think it's honestly going to be a buff. Now it doesn't also say what ranges, so it could be all continuous damage from the AA, or it could be the long range AA, the mid range AA, the short range. They didn't specify, so I'm going to assume that it is all AA ranges. And let's see. Store coupons. I have no idea what this is. Starting with those, we're introducing a way to make purchases more comfortable or lucrative through the use of coupons. Oh, coupons will allow you to either reduce the price of a bundle or item or get something extra with your purchase. We'll release a... Okay, so something to look out for. That's pretty cool. Miscellaneous. I'm not going to go too heavy in terms of this. Legendary card of premium supply missions now requires you to achieve 7 victories instead of 5. Ooh, but also rewards 100 steel. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. So the weekly premium supplies win 7 battery oh, I'm so sorry. Win 7 battles in legendary ships and you get 100 steel per week. I like this. Moving in the right direction. I like this. I like this. I like that a lot. Historical camos, you guys can read that. I'm not going to go too much into it. It's just a lot there. Bug fixes. You can now create perma camouflages for Gearing and Conqueror. That's nice. Remove Roman numerals from consumable names. Okay, weird. Gun calibers are now correctly shown in the loadout. Nice. And that is fine. Ooh, update requires 90% certainty to offer following premium ships in the store. German tier 6. Yay! German tier 6 destroyer is E35, so another tier 6 premium DD. It's honestly insanely hard for me to get hype for any tier 6 DD because we have so many of them and we only, I guarantee you the DD community does not care about anything less than a tier 7 premium DD. But we'll see how that goes in the tier 5 Soviet cruiser with Admiral Makarov. The Makarov is kind of a meme on PC due to a crate kind of debacle on that. We already have Molotov, so I'm not really too sure why we need another one. But oh well, that is going to be it, guys. These take longer than I think. I say that I'm going to read through them and then it takes me 17 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and I guess we will see y'all on Monday with the update. I will try to stream at some point. I will have work, so it'll be later in the day. Anyways, guys, if you like the video, leave a like, and if you like the content, subscribe, and y'all have a good one. Love y'all. Peace.